Hello friends, once again welcome to my channel Be Prepared। आज की इस वीडियो में केवीएस प्रिंसिपल रिक्रूटमेंट 2014 के एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन एंड फाइनेंस सेक्शन के 70 क्वेश्चंस आंसर सहित लिए गए हैं। सभी प्रश्नों के आंसर्स केवीएस की फाइनल आंसर की के अनुसार लगाए हैं। So friends, before going to our first question, I request you all to please subscribe my channel and press bell icon. So let's start with our first question. Purchase committee, as constituted by a central government department, can purchase items costing up to rupees fill up on each occasion. And the options are number 1, 50,000. Second option is 1 lakh. Third option is 1 lakh and 50,000. And the last, fourth option is 2 lakh. And the correct answer is option second, that is rupees 1 lakh. Next question is, for procurement of items through limited tender inquiry in a central government department, the copies of bidding document are to be sent to registered supplier by, options are number 1, speed post. Second option is registered post. Third option is courier, and the last option is all these. Correct answer is option 4, that is all these. Next question is, the number of registered suppliers firms in case of procurement through limited tender inquiry in the central government department should be more than. Options are number 1, 2, second option is 3, third option is 4, and the last option is 5. Correct answer is option second, that is 3. Next question is, procurement of goods through advertised tender inquiry in central government department is to be made for items costing above. Options are number 1, rupees 15 lakh, number 2, rupees 20 lakh, option third is rupees 25 lakh, and last option is rupees 30 lakh. Correct answer is option third, that is rupees 25 lakh. Next question is, amount of bid security, that is earnest money, should ordinarily range between fill up % of estimated value of the goods to be procured in a central government department. And the options are number 1, 5 to 7, second option is 2 to 5, third option is 7 to 10, and the last option is 10 to 12. Correct answer is option second, that is 2 to 5. Next question, performance security in case of a maintenance contract for a central government department is to be furnished by the successful bidders in the form of a, option are number 1, demand draft, second option is fixed deposit receipt, third option is bank guarantee, and the last option is all these. Correct answer is option 4, that is all above. Next question is, earnest money is to be returned to unsuccessful bidders within fill-up days of the award of the contract in a central government department. And the options are number 1, 15, second option is 20, third option is 30, and the last option is 45. Correct answer is option third, that is 30 days. Next question is, advance payments to private firms against a contract entered by a central government department should not exceed fill up % of the total value of the contract. And the given options are number 1, 20, second option is 30, third option is 40, and the last option is 50. Correct answer is option second, that is 30%. Next question is, certificate to be issued by the competent authority for procurement of goods through a single source in a central government department is called as, options are number 1, single article certificate, second option is proprietary article certificate, third option is particular article certificate, and the last option is standard article certificate. Correct answer is option second, that is proprietary article certificate. Next question is, purchase of items costing more than rupees 25 lakh can be adopted by limited tender inquiry method by a central government department provided. Options are number 1, demand is urgent. Second option is not in public interest through advertised inquiry. Third option is sources of supply are definitely known. And the last option is all these. Correct answer is option 4, that is all these. Next question is, when procurement of goods costing above rupees 25 lakh involves foreign suppliers, also the minimum period of submission of bids from date of publication should be, the given options are number 1, 2 weeks, second option is 3 weeks, third option is 4 weeks, and the last option is 6 weeks. Correct answer is option 3rd, that is 4 weeks. Next question is, which of the following is essential requirements during opening of bids to ensure transparency and fair competition in procurement by a central government department? The given options are number 1, bids to be opened at appointed time and place. Second option is bids to be opened in public. Third option is representatives of bidders permitted to attend. And the last option is all these. Correct answer is option 4, that is all these. Next question. In the rate contract system of procurement in central government department, where a number of firms are on rate contract for same item, then which of the following is permitted with the firms? Options are number 1, negotiations. Second option is counter offers. Third option is both 1 and 2. And last option is none of these. The correct answer is option 3rd, that is both 1 and 2. Next question is, the value added tax, that is VAT, has been introduced in the taxation system in India from the year, and the given options are number 1, 2003, second option is 2004, third option is 2005, and the last option is 2006. Correct answer is option 3rd, that is value added tax, that is VAT, has been introduced in India in 2005. Next question is, the Central Civil Services revised pay rules as per the 6th Pay Commission recommendations for central government servants have been notified in the year. Given options are number 1, 2007, second option is 2008, third option is 2009, and the last option is 2010. Correct answer is option 2nd, that is 2008. Next question is, as per CCS revised pay rules after the 6th Pay Commission recommendations for central government servants, the uniform date of increment is fill up of the year. Options are number 1, 1st April, second option is 1st June, third option is 1st July, and the last option is 1st of the September. Correct answer is option 3rd, that is 1st of the July. Next question is, on first appointment to a post in central government service, every person is to provide a medical certificate of health either before or within fill up of the appointment. And the options are number 1, 1 week, second option is 15 weeks, option 3rd is 1 month, and the last option is 2 months. Correct answer is option 3rd, that is 1 month. Next question is, a central government servant can be transferred to a post carrying less pay in which of the following circumstances? And the given options are number 1, on account of inefficiency, second option is misbehavior, third option is on his written request, and the last option is all these. Correct answer is option 4, that is all these. Next question is, a person is deemed wholly dependent on central government servant provided he or she resides with him and total income from all sources does not exceed rupees fill up per month. Given options are number 1, 1500, second option is 2500, third option is 3500, and the last option is 4500. And the correct answer is option 3rd, that is rupees 3500 per month. Next question is, which of the following is not part of pay in respect of a central government servant? And the given options are number 1, dearness allowance. Second option is interim relief. Third option is non-practicing allowance. And the last option is transport allowance. Correct answer is option 4, that is transport allowance. Next question is, a member of the central government servant will be deemed to accompany him on transfer provided he or she follows him within fill-up month of transfer. Options are number 1, 3, second option is 4, third option is 6 and the last option is 9. Correct answer is option 3, that is 6 months. Next question is, which of the following is the competent authority to declare a place as hill station for the purpose of grant of allowances to a central government servant? The given options are number 1, Government of India, second option is state government, third option is district magistrate and the last option is municipal corporation. Correct answer is option 2, that is state government. Next question is, who is the chairman of 7th Pay Commission for the pay scales recommendations in respect of the central government servants? And the options are number 1, Vivek Ray, second option is Dr. Rathin Roy, third option is Justice Ashok Kumar Mathur and the last option is Meena Agrawal. Correct answer is option 3, that is Justice Ashok Kumar Mathur. Next question is, during which of the following training a central government servant is treated as to be on duty? Options are number 1, training at National Defence College. Second option is Civil Guard training or duty. Third option is training in Territorial Army and the last option is all these. Correct answer is option 4, that is all these. Next question is, during foreign service, a central government servant receives his pay from, options are number 1, Consolidated Fund of India, second option is Consolidated Fund of the state, third option is Consolidated Fund of the Union Territory and the last option is none of these. Correct answer is option 4, that is none of these. Next question is, the total of basic pay and non-practicing allowance, that is NPA, as applicable for a central government servant holding medical post is not to exceed, options are number 1, rupees 75,000, second option is rupees 80,000, third option is 85,000 and the last option is rupees 90,000. Correct answer is option 3, that is rupees 85,000. Next question is, subsistence grant is given to a central government servant who is not in receipt of pay or leave salary once in, options are number 1, 3 months, second option is 2 months, third option is a month and the last option is 6 months. Correct answer is option 3, that is a month. Next question is, in case of permanent central government servants, their lien to post can be retained for a period of fill-up years in the parent department even while employed in other department. And the given options are number 1, 1, second option is 2, third option is 3 and the last option is 4. Correct answer is option 2, that is 2. Next question is, a central government servant who attains higher qualification useful for official work is entitled for one-time lump sum incentive as advance increment subject to maximum of rupees fill-up. The given options are 5,000, second option is 7,500, third option is 10,000 and the last option is 15,000. Correct answer is option 3, that is 10,000. Next question is, in case of residences owned by the government, the standard license fee to be charged to the central government servant is fill-up percent of the capital cost of the residence per annum. Given options are number 1, 4, second option is 5, third option is 6 and the last option is 7. Correct answer is option 3, that is 6. Next question is, The new contributory pension scheme for central government servants has come in effect from the year. Options are number 1, 2002, second option is 2003, third option is 2004 and the last option is 2006. Correct answer is option third, that is 2004. Next question is, where a part of pension in respect of a central government servant is withheld or withdrawn, the amount shall not be reduced below rupees fillip per month. Given options are number 1, 350, second option is 375, third option is 400 and the last option is none of these. Correct answer is option second, that is rupees 375 per month. Next question is, which of the following is not counted as qualifying service for pensionary benefits at the time of retirement of a central government servant? Given options are number 1, period of training, second option is extraordinary leave, third option is period of suspension and the last option is both option 1 and 3. And the correct answer is option 4, that is both option 1 and 3. Next question is, a central government servant deputed on foreign service to UN Secretariat or any other international organization who become entitled for pensionary benefits may at his option. Options are number 1, avail pensionary benefits of such organization. Second option is avail retirement benefits of such organization. Third option is both 1 and 2 and the last option is avail pensionary benefits of parent department only. Correct answer is option 3, that is both 1 and 2. Next question is, average emoluments for the purpose of pension shall be determined with reference to the emoluments drawn by a central government servant during the last fillip months of his service. Options are number 1, 6, second option is 8, third option is 10 and the last option is 12. Correct answer is option 3, that is 10 months. Next question is, which of the following are types of pensions admissible to a central government servant? And the given options are number 1, superannuation pension, second option is retirement pension, third option is compensation pension and the last option is all these. Correct answer is option 4, that is all these. Next question is, a central government servant after completing 20 years of qualifying service and seeking retirement has to give a notice of not less than fillip months to the appointing authority. Given options are number 1, 2, second option is 3, third option is 4 and the last option is 6. Correct answer is option second, that is 3 months. Next question is, a central government servant who quits tier 1 of the new pension scheme after the age of 60 years has to invest fillip percent of pension wealth to purchase an annuity. Given options are number 1, 20%, second option is 30%, third option is 40% and the last option is 50%. Correct answer is option third, that is 40%. Next question is, allowances and special facilities in respect of travelling allowance are admissible to civilian central government servants serving in the following states. Options are number 1, Manipur, second option is Sikkim, third option is first Ladakh region of Jammu and Kashmir and the last option is all these. Correct answer is option 4, that is all these. Next question is, a class 1 central government officer travelling on duty in areas in Arunachal Pradesh and Nagaland can engage maximum of fillip porters for carrying baggage as per TA. Given options are number 1, 4, second option is 5, third option is 6 and the last option is 8. Correct answer is option third, that is 6 porters. Next question. Central government servants drawing grade pay of rupees fillip and above are entitled to travel executive class in Shatabdi and AC first class in Rajdhani on tour of duty. Given options are number 1, 4800, second option is 5400, third option is 6600 and the last option is 7600. Correct answer is option 4, that is 7600. Next question is, no travelling allowance is admissible to persons called for interview for employment under Group A and B post in central government for journeys up to fill up kilometers. Options are number 1, 150, second option is 200, third option is 250 and the fourth option is 500 kilometers. Correct answer is option 3rd, that is 250 kilometers. Next question is, where an advance has been drawn, the claim for reimbursement of LTC by a central government servant is to be preferred within fill-up months of the completion of return journey. Given options are number 1, 3, second option 2, third option is 1 and the last option is 6. Correct answer is option 3rd, that is 1. Next question is, the person who joins central government service is treated as a fresh recruit for the purpose of availing LTC for fill-up years. The options are number 1, 4, second option is 6, third option is 8 and the last option is 10. Correct answer is option 3rd, that is 8 years. Next question is, during which of the following type of leave a central government servant is not entitled to avail LTC facilities? Given options are number 1, special casual leave, second option is study leave, third option is maternity leave and the last option is child care leave. Correct answer is option 4, that is child care leave. Next question is, the authorized medical attendant in respect of a central government servant as per CSMA rules 1944 is determined with reference to his number 1, place of duty, number 2, place of casual stay, number 3, place of residence and number 4 is any place where he falls ill. Correct answer is option 4, that is any place where he falls ill. Next question is, which of the following category of medical officers are not included as authorized medical attendant for a central government servant as per CSMA rules 1944? Options are number 1, private medical practitioner. Second option is medical officers who are not employee of central government. Third option is medical officers of state government and the last option is private dental medical officer. Correct answer is option 4, that is private medical dental officer. Next question is, a central government servant as per CSMA rules 1944 can take treatment from which of the following system of medicines? Options are number 1, allopathic, number 2, homeopathic, number 3, Unani and number 4 is all these. Correct answer is option 4, that is all these. Next question is, a central government servant under CSMA rules 1944 can get reimbursement of expenditure towards digital hearing aid subject to maximum of rupees fill up. Options are number 1, rupees 20,000, number 2, rupees 40,000, number 3, rupees 60,000 and the last option is rupees 70,000. Correct answer is option 3rd, that is rupees 60,000. Next question is, claims of reimbursement of medical expenses of central government servant under CSMA rules 1944 should be preferred within fill-up months from date of completion of treatment. Options are number 1, 2, second option is 3, third option is 4 and the last option is 6. Correct answer is 3 months from the date of completion of treatment. Next question is, which one of the following authorities can place a central government servant under suspension? Options are number 1, appointing authority, number 2, any authority to which he is subordinate, third option is disciplinary authority and the last option is all these. Correct answer is option 4, that is all these. Next question, which among the following is not major penalty in respect of a central government servant? Options are number 1, reduction to lower grade, Second option is reduction to lower post. Third option is reduction to lower service. And the last option is reduction to lower stage in time scale not exceeding 3 years. Correct answer is option 4, that is reduction to lower stage in time scale not exceeding 3 years. Next question is, in accordance with CCS-CCA rules, which one of the following penalty can be imposed on a central government servant for a single offence? And the options are number 1, only one statutory penalty. Second option is recovery from pay. Third option is both option 1 and 2 simultaneously. And the last option is no restriction on number of penalties. Correct answer is option 3, that is both 1 and 2 simultaneously. Next question is, the maximum honorarium payable to a service inquiry officer conducting inquiry against a central government servant as per CCA rules is rupees fill-up per case. Options are number 1, 7,500, second option is 10,000, third option is 15,000 and the last option is 20,000. Correct answer is option 2, that is rupees 10,000 per case. Next question is, as per CCA rules, the central government servant who has been charged is allowed maximum fill-up days to submit his written statement to the inquiry officers. And the given options are number 1, 6 days, second option is 8 days, third option is 10 days and the last fourth option is 15 days. Correct answer is option 3, that is 10 days. Next question. Which of the following is not permitted for a central government servant as per CCS conduct rules? Options are number 1, joining civil defense service. Second option is joining Home Guard organization. Third option is joining St. John Ambulance Brigade. And the fourth option is participation in demonstrations. Correct answer is option 4, that is participation in demonstrations. Next question is, as per CCS conduct rules, representation from a central government servant on service matters is not to be addressed to. Options are number 1, immediate superior officer. Second option is head of the department. Third option is lowest authority competent to deal. And the last option is secretary DOPT. Correct answer is option 4, that is secretary DOPT. Next question is, which of the following activities amounts to a strike by a central government servant? Options are number 1, mass absentation from work. Second option is go slow. Third option is sit down and the fourth option is all these. Correct answer is option 4, that is all these. Next question. As per CCS conduct rules, the time limit for grant of permission to a central government servant for communication with press or radio is fill-up days. The options are number 1, 15. Second option is 30. Third option is 45 and the last option is 60. Correct answer is option 2, that is 30 days. Next question. Criticism of government as per CCS conduct rules means and includes action which. Options are number 1, affect current and recent government policies. Number 2, may embarrass relation between central and state government. Number 3, embarrass relation with the foreign government. And the last option is all these. Correct answer is option 4, that is all these. Next question is, assessment year can be period of. Options are number 1, only more than 12 months. Number 2, 12 months and less than 12 months. Third option is only 12 months and the last option is 12 months and more than 12 months. Correct answer is assessment year can be a period of only 12 months. Next question is, year in which income is taxable is known as fill-up and year in which income is earned is known as fill-up. Options are number 1, previous year and assessment year. Second option is assessment year and previous year. Third option is assessment year and assessment year. And the last option is previous year and previous year. Correct answer is option 2, that is year in which income taxable is known as assessment year and year in which income is earned is known as previous year. Next question is, all the assessees are required to follow. Options are number 1, uniform previous year, which must be calendar year only. Second option is uniform previous year, which must be financial year only. Third option is any period of 12 months, and the last option is period starting from 1st July to 30 June only. Right answer is all the assessees are required to follow uniform previous year, which must be financial year only. Next question. In which of the following cases income of previous year is assessable in the previous year itself? Options are number 1, assessment of persons leaving India. Second option is a person in employment in India. Third option is a person who is into illegal business. The fourth option is a person who is running a charitable institution. Right answer is assessment of persons leaving India. Next question. In case of a female individual who is of 59 years of age, what is the maximum exemption limit for assessment year 2014 and 15? Options are number 1, rupees 2 lakh. Second option is rupees 2 lakh and 50,000. Third option is 4 lakh and the fourth option is rupees 5 lakh. Right answer is rupees 2 lakh. Next question is, service tax was introduced in India in the year fill up. Options are number 1, 1999. Second option is 2000. Third option is 2001 and the last option is 2002. Correct answer is option 2, that is service tax was introduced in India in the year 2000. Next question is, service tax is applicable to. Options are number 1, whole of India excluding Union Territory of Dadra Nagar Haveli, Daman and Diu. Second option is whole of India excluding J&K. Third option is whole of the India and the last option is whole of the world. Right answer is service tax is applicable to whole of the India excluding Jammu and Kashmir. Next question is, on recommendation of which of the following committees service tax was introduced in India? Given options are number 1, Nadesh Chandra Committee, number 2, Kelkar Committee, number 3, Dr. Raja J. Chellaiya Committee, and number 4 is Justice Verma Committee. Right answer is option 3, that is Dr. Raja J. Chellaiya Committee. Next question. Service tax is administered by. Options are number 1, Excise Department. Second option is Income Tax Department. Third option is Custom Department and the fourth option is Service Tax Department. Right answer is option 1, that is service tax is administered by Excise Department. Next question is, service tax inclusive of cess rate at present is fill up. Options are number 1, 12%. Second option is 12.36%. Third option is 12.24% and the last option is 10.3%. Right answer is option 2, that is service tax rate at present is 12.36%. Thank you so much.
आगे भी इस तरह की वीडियोस को सबसे पहले देखने के लिए आप हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकन को दबाना बिल्कुल भी ना भूलें।